Good afternoon and welcome back to another podcast of Let's Talk Football Careers with my special guest today, Shota Arveladze. Welcome, Shota.
Good afternoon or good morning.
Depending
Is
where
it
we are.
more earlier than here? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Good
So
morning.
I'm going to discuss your football career, which consists of 426 goals and 426 games and 258 goals for club and country for Dynamo TBLISI, Trabzonspor, Ajax, Rangers, AZ Alkmaar, and Levante. For
It's
18 years.
only the league games actually. If you count cup games and European games,
So how
national
much?
games, I have
How
more.
much are you looking at? What's your total?
My total is around 400 goals in around 720 games or something like
There
that.
we go. Perfect. So that's your club career statistics.
Yeah.
You scored goals.
I played actually 13 finals, which
Mhm.
means that every second season we played like 10 to 8 cup games, you know. So
Yeah.
if you count this on 15th or 14th season, so it's gonna be around again like 160, 170 goals games, and most of it, of course, I remember the finals, but
Mhm.
the early stages, you score goals most, and then in the second stage and the third stage, and of course the semifinals and the finals is not that easy to score. But even though that I have a finals which I done that also, so in general, and then it comes like a national games. I have 62 games in national team.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, was no much games that time. We played max 6, 7 games in a season, and then if you keep a fit, you're lucky to play all of them, and if not, just during the season. Now,
Mhm.
if you fit, like you just go and play 3 games in next week time, and much more tournaments, much competitions.
Do you feel? Do you
So
feel? Sorry, Shota. Do you feel that there is too many international games nowadays? Is there? There is a lot of internationals squeezed in between the season now.
no, no, I think um it's still good to play international games. I think it's great when there's some countries like us, for example, has opportunities to participate for such a big tournaments. Otherwise, we would never beat generally in tournament. We can go out and beat Spain or Germany or France once. Of course, it's a nice day. But if you go and play tournament, which is like in a group, 6, 7 teams or 5 teams, and you have to get the maximum points, which number one goes straight, and number even second in my time was playing like a playoffs. Now even third best can fight for the place in the big tournaments. And now it's National League comes in, and
Yeah.
some changes. Even 3 countries can host big competition, which gives them a chance. Last year we had the under 21 competition here in Georgia, and we never participated in that competition either. But because we hosted, we had a big chance. We threw to group which was called like a kills group or whatever. That very tough group. England, there was Holland, was what is name, Belgium. So but we threw to this group. We could win against Israel. Actually, had a good club, good young kids. And even playing Olympic Games because of that. And then the number one team, our national team, because of these most boys played in the first team. They go and they win against Greece and against Luxembourg, and they could get a chance. They get a chance to play in in Germany for European Cup. So, and with Portugal, with Czechia, with Turkey, we again like through the group. So this is a chance for um, for uh, for countries like us. The people love so much, but hard. I will watch Scotland actually in this national league, and they we had it. I don't think it was a national. We just been in the same group, just like a normal group. Like always participating on European Cup or in World Cup, and uh, they had a fantastic team, played fantastic football, beat us. Actually, in Scotland was a terrible weather. Probably you remember was water on it, but they beat Spain. They start again, and they had like 4 games, only one.
Lost you a little bit.
Look, you missed the points. You missed you missed 3 games, 9 points. You'll never get this back. So these times is much more opportunities to play. And
Yeah. Just I lost you a little bit there with this the phone signal. Just a little bit I lost you there, but it seems to be better now. I was just going to discuss the start of your career when you joined Dynamo TBLISI. Your first season, you played 30 games, 17-year-old, and scored 33 goals. Is that correct?
yeah. We started actually early with my brothers, and it was a dream. It was a dream, of course, because the best club in country, in general in Soviet also we had only 2 clubs in such a huge country, Soviet Union, which probably in that time was around maybe 300 million population, including 15 countries of different nations like Russia, Ukraine, us, and Azerbaijan, Armenia, Uzbekistan, etc., etc. And only 2 clubs of this the Soviet could win twice European Cup, which was one Dynamo Kiev from Ukraine, Georgian, Dynamo TBLISI. And also, we've been twice champion of the country, which was again very difficult because many teams from Russia have been very strong at that time. Spartak Moscow, Dynamo Moscow, Torpedo Moscow, CSKA Moscow, Dynamo Kiev themselves been very tough to play, and they win most competitions also. But populations of 45 million, 50 million, Russia 160, 70 million that time. And a small country like Georgia, we've been actually playing good football and even winning. So there was a dream. And then when before just the Soviet collapse, we participate in this club. The dream was on, and we all been very happy. And then it happens when it collapses, and we have to restart again, with the local competition, including only Georgian teams. So, and that was a new start. We've been the first step makers or dream makers, the new dream makers in this country for football. We've been the first the heroes and the stars, and That's why. So it was like a painful in one side, but in the other side, it was very proud of behalf of the whole country, behalf of Georgian football. That the first goal it's on my name, and my brothers. We've been three of us, like playing first international game when three brothers played in national team. Probably the historical never heard much. In same time playing around. I think we played 7 games or 9 games when all three been on the field in national teams. So of course there was a special.
Very. I see in Tbilisi you won 8 trophies in 4 seasons before moving to Turkey. Scored 60, played 67 games, and scored 51 goals. I can see you smiling.
Team. We have a good. We had a great team, including George Kinkladze. Probably you remember George from Manchester City. Some other talented boys. Ketsbaya, for example, you know him from Newcastle, probably also, and some other boys that they played in different countries in England also, and in Germany as well. Arveladze, Misha, Tskadadze, Shelia, they all been played on Manchester City as well. Georgian was also played in Germany. Many boys. Then my brothers they went to FC Köln, in Germany in that time. Even now, very very historical club, very tough league, Germany. Top 5 leagues as always, and there we go, and we ended in the middle of the Europe, and even in Scotland. So that's the way it started. Yes.
You scored the first European goal as well, I believe. It was against Linfield in 1993, is that correct? From my research.
I scored the first goal. International score, a historical one, and which follows me, of course, and makes family proud, makes me proud. That's independency. What was our main dream as a countries. We wanted to fight. We always fight for it. At the end of the day, we got it. So and then we wanted to show our skills in sport, and till today, there's no Olympic Games that we don't get them. We don't get a gold medal. I do not remember any Olympic Games that we could not get a gold medal. And in the last one, we get 9 medals, again, including the gold ones and the silver and the bronze, which many huge countries, like 100 million population countries, not getting. Like it says, how much sport means to this country, how much talented kids are, and when officials look more after sport and invest more in education and spend more money, more medals will come for sure.
Yeah, the Georgian national team are in a good place just now. A lot of players scattered all over Europe. I can never pronounce his name, so we've seen this on a previous podcast. If you the gentleman that plays with Napoli,
Kvaratskhelia.
That's the one. But there's many more. There's many more.
Yeah, but it's not difficult to pronounce. Just you have to like a little bit split between like a Kvara and Schelia. So and then it's easy. Schelia, Kvaratskhelia, yes, and yeah, phenomenal kid, phenomenal talent. Mamardashvili signed, the goalkeeper also to Liverpool. And these clubs are unique. You don't go It's same like when I signed before in Ajax. Nobody believed it. They say, "Wow, it's impossible. How come?" But now it's possible, and
Yes.
people see the people see the heroes, and they go for playing the best player in Napoli, best player in Italy, in Serie A. Like it's not
Mhm.
it's not just like he just go and plays there. He's the best player in Italy, and Mamardashvili goes to play in Liverpool next year. So that already says a lot. We have some boys, also very good players. Kochorashvili is playing very good. Adze plays good. Mikautadze also signs in Ajax and now is in Olympic Lyon. It's also like a huge club. And some other boys playing in the top level, like Shakhtar Donetsk and FC Copenhagen, Levante, you know, and midfielder, we have like a genius boy playing like a Javi in the middle, which also a very talented kid, and nobody speaks much about him, but it's absolutely brain of the team, and many others. So we have a good team. We have to give a credit to the coach and the football federation to arrange this, how you say that, to fix things in a proper way, because whatever they had the time and the coach also, there was good communication between the parts, and the supporters change because they see the kids fighting for the national team. Together give us a result which we are now enjoying every single game at home or away game, because it's a nice to go and then support your own team.
Yes, and there's an element of belief there due to what we call in Scotland the structure of grassroots football. Georgia are starting to see the rewards the same as you can say Scotland to an extent as well, as there's players now going from the home country and playing over in, like you say, Serie A, Bundesliga, etc. So, yeah, it's good to see. I'm just going to move on to Trabzonspor. Can you tell us about your move at Trabzonspor, where you
For
scored?
sure, that was our first move. One of the biggest club in Turkey. After the big Istanbul clubs like Galatasaray, Fenerbahce, and Beşiktaş, its only club at that time was a champion 6 times. Many national team players, like six national team players, um, was in the club. Was one of the best coach, Şenol Güneş. Later, he was like an eight national team coach. He was like he succeeded in the World Cup. He succeeded in the big tournaments as well. So and it was a good move. We moved it just border of the Georgia, so we moved there, not too far from home, and we did well with
Mhm.
my twin brother.
Yeah.
We win the cups, Super Cups. So we win twice second. We missed one time
Mhm.
championship for the
Yeah.
last game of the season. We've been the best players there as a foreigners. I was a top scorer there. And then, when you build your own, and then we moved to Holland. My
Mhm.
brother, unfortunately, he get crucial ligament before 1 year before we left Trabzon, so we could go both to Deportivo La Coruña, and we could not go because my brother was injured. So and I didn't go either, so I stayed and I wait before he get fit. And a year later, we went to Holland.
Yeah.
I went to Ajax, and
That's
but it was the first time that we could understand what is all about professional football, to go away from home. Nobody can really care about the difficult to speak a different language, different culture. even though that it's a close. But I have to give a lot of credits to Turkish supporters and then the people who helped us there. They did everything actually to help us and to help us to show our skills. They've been very helpful till now. I have a good relation with the club, with the nation, with country. I always visit there. So I even live there. I have a house there. To my kids grow, and that's cool. I work there as a coach. So
Really
it
enjoy
was a
it.
good, yeah, it was a good move, and then we moved to Ajax, and it was a little bit like a different level, of course. Just
Was it
Ajax,
Morten? Sorry to interrupt.
Morten,
Was it Morten Olsen
yes,
from Denmark? Yeah.
yes, Morten Olsen with the huge names of the players like Van der Sar, Litwan, and Danny Blind, Frank and Ronald de Boer, Richard Witschke, and Michael Laudrup, Brian Laudrup, Babangida, Sunday Oliseh, Aaron Winter, many boys, who,
Were you nervous?
before you touch the ball, definitely. As soon you touch the ball, and the friends will see you, how's your touches, and when they look to each other, they will say, yes, he can play with us, and he's good. He's good to play. Trust him. Give him a ball. He can
Yeah.
give. He can play back. So something like that. And
That's good.
then everything goes in place, and we had good seasons. We have bad seasons, middle seasons. We win trophies, and then I moved to Rangers,
Yes.
and there was a
£3
little
million,
bit like
4-year
bit
deal.
different because I of course I know how what was the Rangers. I know what was the Celtic, but I didn't know how big it's really been. As soon you participate there, when you show up there in week time, you understand. You understand definitely, and much more massive, like energy, massive, huge club. I would say like a Manchester United, and then you feel if you important a player, if you important person there, and you do your job, and you feel like how much it means to the people, and how much you get more energy, and that's what you gives you so much power and adrenaline playing in this club, playing in Ibrox,
How does that
and
feel? Stepping out to Ibrox for the first time, music playing, same as Ajax, music playing. How does that feel when you step out onto the football pitch?
so you go from Ajax. Ajax is look, if you Google in general, and you say give us a 10 best club over around the world. So even includes like South American clubs, Brazilian clubs, like or Argentinian clubs, Boca Juniors, River Plate, Palmeiras, or Flamengo. Ajax in always in the top five. Winning the Champions League trophies, but Rangers in always in top 15.
Mhm.
Madrid is number one, and then it comes like the Ajax, Bayern Munich, Manchester United, and etc. and the clubs like huge clubs. So with some of number shows like a number 12 Rangers, and some statistic shows number 15. I don't know which one is correct, but doesn't matter. In the top 15 clubs in history of football, these two clubs is always there. And I'm proud, of course, to play in these two big clubs. But when you there, when you go there, when you live there, when you feel on yourself, on your skin, the songs we had, and the points we had, and the trophies we had, and play Champions League games. And I was lucky because in 4 season times we played 2 time Champions League group stage, and one time we played UEFA Cup, or 2 times, I don't remember. I think we won the 9 trophies, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, your
In
trophies.
4 seasons.
Oh, your first season, sorry, there's a little glitch there, sorry. Your first season, you had Torre Andre Fo, Claudio Caniggia, Michael Moles, Kenny Miller, Billy Dodds, Ronald De Boer, Russell Latipi. A lot of players to try and find for you.
Barry Ferguson, Amoruso, we had John Gregg, we have Arthur Newman, we have Stefan Klaus, we had a lot of good talented kids, like Maurice Ross was there, Alan Hutton was there.
Ian Hughes?
Still, yes, he was there. Stevie Thompson was there. Some really, Kenny Mueller was there. He just left when I came, and then we get Michael Arteta. Also a very special player.
Yeah.
Some other boys as well. Frank de Boer was become later Rangers player. Emerson. Very good boy, good player also. So we enjoyed a lot, we enjoy playing football, we enjoy winning trophies, we enjoy the atmosphere, every single game, everything. Even we played the cup game against the third division team. The Ibrox never get less. They always keep there 55,000, 56,000 people singing, whatever weather it was, like rainy, windy. We call it Scottish weather, but it was no matter. 3 o'clock afternoon, PM, everybody was ready to start and sing this most famous "You Never Walk Alone."
Simply the best.
No, of course. Nice joke, yes.
I'm just going forward here through your Rangers career. You scored your first Old Firm goal that season, didn't you? I think it was that season or the following season when we won the treble. Beat Dunfermline on the last day of the season to win 6-1.
My first Old Firm game, I scored an away game, I think.
Mm-hmm. You scored in the quarter-final of the Cup as well, I believe. That was the following season.
But that was on Ibrox. It was in Ibrox.
Mm-hmm.
Ibrox, yeah.
The 2003-2004 season was quite a poor season. Celtic cruised the league, to be honest. But still, you scored 15 goals and you played in the Champions League that season as well. But we recouped after that, and we're going to move on to probably the most dramatic season in your career, we perhaps might say, where firstly you scored the extra time winner in the quarter-final in October to take us through to the semi-final and then lead on to win our first trophy. We signed Boomsong, Perso, Novo, Alec Ray and Marvin Andrews, but we only took 8 points from the first 5 games. We lost our first Old Firm game at Parkhead and then went on a run that ran right through till April. And could you carry on from there? We were 5 points behind with 4 to play after the last Old Firm loss at Ibrox. Could you carry on and discuss a little bit about Helicopter Sunday as it's known for us, please?
Look, I don't know. I never heard from somebody else. I once looked at the television when Schalke announced in Germany, when the game still was on, Bayern Munich was playing, and it was like 2 minutes to go, and the players be standing, and the stadium was standing still, like waiting all of them to finish the game in Munich. and then Bayern score last minute. So and they become a champion. It's only one time I remember in my football like a history as a not only football player, as a coach as well, that I heard something like the last minute game, last minute goal, last minute trophy. But it was I remember many times we probably you heard probably also from my side story that we played the two games in the same time because we've been playing football in Ibrox, but we all follow this radio because we've been looking to the supporters. They all been holding these small radios and listening the opposite game's side, you know. So and anything was happening there, any freaky corner or goal or missing a chances, it react because they react same way as they react our about passes and the goal. So we do sometimes we get the noises from the public side, which in general doesn't should not work there because it was just like the ball was just with Stefan Klaus, you know, on his feet, or Amoruso had the ball and just public reacts on things, and you know we said, whoa, what's going on? And if you remember, the game became a 1-1, and to receive the goal in that game. There was like a drama. There was like the killing generally the game because more goals you score and less goals you receive. That was like a main point in these two games. So 1-1, and we said, Jesus, losing the championship in Ibrox after such a long season. And then we started. We scored 2. We scored 3. We go to dressing room, and we just stopped thinking about the other side, but inside. But as soon you come outside, you couldn't stop thinking because every reaction from behind the goals or just side, it was just like a blow on the field. And there was a one moment when it was already like a 6-1, and everybody was just quiet. And we feel like something was going on there, but we couldn't hear exactly. And then we said like a penalty. Someone, but we didn't know who was kicking the penalty, who was like. The Celtic was trying to get the penalty or the game was against them. So, but we still, at the same time, we have to still play. No, you couldn't like say to your opponent, listen, can you wait a second because we wanted to know what's going on there. And please don't score, please don't make a corner, take your time.
You scored the third goal that day.
The ammo fight to the end. Don't let ball go through to corner. He turned and he delivered to the 16, and I tried to run to the first post, and then I scored. But everyone scored actually. Every striker scored a goal in that game. Ronald scored, Thomas scored, Michael scored, me scored, everyone. And then there was the penalty been missed when the public started this famous bouncy. And that we knew that something was going wrong there, and was good for us. We ended the game, I think, minute earlier than the Celtic game ends. So we had this like, when, and that time was probably no internet, no live score. Was all only on the radios information, and then once again it blowed again and then it bounced, and was absolutely the crazy day. And who knew that once again we would have a same day?
And of course, it was not a similar game, similar points, similar like average of scoring and receiving goals. And then we had this how you say that the game in Hibernia, and we've been losing in the first half 0-1, you know. And I would not say it was a great atmosphere in the dressing room. We heard that like a Celtic was winning the game, we losing, Celtic winning, and now we probably said, yeah, that's not our day. It was probably we use our chance the last year. Now that's a day of the Celtic, and they're gonna get a chance more. But we said, let's go out and play. First, let's win the game. You know, if we don't win the game, nobody can help us. You can pray, you can believe anything, but if you don't win, sorry, nobody. You just have to do it for yourself. So we go out, we won the game, and then again was 2 minutes before it was end, and then we heard the story about the helicopter when on his way he just. I still don't know the pilot. Actually, it would be nice to know his name when he says, fuck off. I excuse my language.
Not at all.
Just say I'm not gonna deliver this there. I'm gonna bring this to the Rangers, and then probably he made it like a really swing. Sharp swing, and he landed successful. He bring the trophy. We used to work so hard, and there was another brilliant day for us and for the Rangers. Probably since 2004. Yeah, it was 2004.
2004, 2005 season. Yeah.
Season 20 years past. We're still sitting here. You in Glasgow, I'm in Georgian, and talking about this famous helicopter,
Yeah, it's unreal. It's football. That's what football does. The one thing I can remember is your dance. You done an on-field dance on the pitch, the Shota dance, I believe it was called.
Everybody dance once, so I done my dance as well. So I even remember the T-shirts. Let's us dance, Shota. Give us a dance, Shota. Was fantastic, and yeah, that's fantastic memories, And I thanks to God, all my family, all my kids grow there, and I've been part of it. I'm participating with these all-star games with the Rangers legends in Ibrox, and trust me, it's not just the words. It's every time I want to come there, I want to play there, I want to touch the ball in Ibrox. It brings me back the early 20 years, and then it makes me young, and plus gives me 10 years long life, and makes me absolutely happy. I cannot imagine how much I feel the last time I score
in the Legends game.
Yes, Legend game, and my parents even sitting in front of telly, and they've been crying, and nobody could believe that in that age I was still incapable to score such a goal.
Good goal.
Myself. Yeah, fantastic, and I'm still sometimes showing this to someone. Did you see this goal? And people say, whoa, listen, when it was, I don't remember this. And they still think like it was like years ago. I said, just was 2 years ago, so what do you want?
Was it Ronald Waterhouse that you scored against, wasn't it?
No, Lehman. Was the Lehman.
It was a Lehman. I wasn't sure because Waterhouse.
Yeah, Ronald de Boer again, as usual, made his best touch. And then Chris was behind me. Chris Boyd was behind me, shouting and screaming, leave, Shota, leave. I say, no chance. Because I had a bad game, actually. I lost many balls in that game, but I need to touch one good touch to make this all happen. So, and I'm really happy to be, and it's gonna be my memories for before I die, of course. Fantastic.
And do you have a message, just before we move on, do you have a message for the Rangers supporters?
I love them all. I love this city. I love this country. I love this club. I love this competition. I love this old firm. I respect to every single football supporter in that country, and everything. I love everything. I love the humor. I love the weather. I love that everything I done in that country, and everything I do till I come. And I met people sometimes in airport in different countries. I met people in Germany who still recognize me in this age after 20 years, saying like, just Shota, like this, and telling the stories. And they're still like, I love them, hug them, wish them the best, of course. And I want again to celebrate many as trophies as usual, and wish them the best.
That's lovely. So you moved on from Rangers. You had 2 years at AZ, Alkmaar, 60 games, 36 goals, and you won the Georgian Football Player of the Year at 32 and 34-year-old, I believe. So it was your second to last move before you retired.
Yeah, it was a great club to be there with fantastic players again, with fantastic coach, great administration, with the board, which like absolutely football minded, who with good traditions, but like to renovate the club again with new stadiums, new facilities. And again, like thanks to God that I was a part of it, and I'm still like if you go to Alkmaar, you see the huge my poster on like a wall of the stadium, and love this club. Anyway, we didn't win much as a football player. I've been almost there. Lost the final championship in the last game of the competition. I lost the final in penalties against Ajax. But as a coach, as assistant coach with Luis van Gaal, I win the competition. We become a champion after years. So as a coach, as a football player, with many teammates we had there, Barry Van Halen, Barry Obdam, Danny Lanzat, Kenneth Pires, some young fantastic players, Martin Stein. We had Danny Gubelmans, we had Moussa Dembele. I don't want to forget someone. Many talented kids, and then they go for Belgium national teams, for Dutch nation. Demi Dizeo, Steinschaars, and Guyalins, the Donk, Ryan Donk,
So many.
good players. Graziano Pelle played long time in England, later in Premier League. Italian boy, good striker, yeah, it's always good to be working with Ronald Koeman, working with Dick Advocaat again as the assistant coach. Great time again, and thanks to God that I've been part of it.
Yeah, you retired at Levante. You only managed 4 games. You had a 1-year contract, but you got injured for 10 months.
Hard time. Like end of the career, you try to go play to La Liga, play against the Real Madrid, against Barcelona. But unfortunately, in the preseason, I get injured. I go for operation, and then I get infection in my knee, and I have to stop for 4 or 5 months, and it it was so hard to recover, and I just reached last weeks of the game competition. But again, like God loves me, probably gives me the last game on Bernabeu. You know, my last career game,
in that game.
Real Madrid against Levante. Not many players ending his own career, long career on Bernabeu. You know, in historical place. And thanks to Levante and thanks to teammates, also Damiano Tomasi, Pedro Leon, you know, Rubiales, Savio, some good players we had there, you know, and De Biasi, good coach we had there. And unfortunately, I didn't play the match, but still keeping in touch with them, having a good friends from that time as well.
So, well, that brings a close to your career, your playing career. Can I ask who is probably your top 3 best players you played with? A tough one.
Look, Michael Laudrup 1, Zlatan Ibrahimovic 2. You know, we had. Top 3. It's absolutely tough. You have Frank de Boer, Ronald de Boer. I cannot. Danny Blind, Edwin van der Sar. Then you cannot. You know, Schneider. We had Claudio Caniggia, Michael Arteta, Barry Ferguson. How I could just like point at 3. You know, Brian Laudrup. Imagine. You know. I don't want to forget Maxwell. Maxwell played Van der Vaart, young Van der Vaart. Maxwell also played there. Christian Chivu played the Ajax and Rangers. When you play in that like years in these clubs, you cannot like I say, but it's difficult, very difficult. But of course. Names I count, like huge names, huge qualities, and I appreciate them having me as and assist me actually as well. So many of them share the ball, share the chances. Jari Liedmanen, you know, played beside me. Huge names, you know, it's difficult.
Yeah. And you were saying you then managed for a few. You managed from 2008 up to the current day, working under Van Gaal and then under Koeman, as you mentioned. But I also believe you were saying Dick Advocaat was there. You were Dick Advocaat's last signing for Rangers.
Yes. Dick signed me and Jan Walters, his assistant, and then Alex was there. And I don't want to miss anyone saying like they all had a huge part in my career to show my talent and the skills, and all of them played a huge role for my development, for my quick participation of the huge clubs, which is not easy. And thanks to them, of course. And again, like they're good friends now, old friends, and always happy to see them anytime I see them.
That's good. And what's next? What's the plan next? Then you working for media? You're working for Georgia football national team?
It was the first summer that I had no club to work as a head coach. Until now, I'm waiting. Probably will not start till December. You know, I don't know. But you know, the coaches, someone doing well, someone not doing well, and we have to go and work again. That's what I'm waiting for.
Mm-hmm. Well, Shota, I think we'll round up there.
Thank you too.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
My
what
pleasure.
I'll do is I could just ask anybody that's watching.
Appreciate that, and thanks again.
So,
Thank you. Cheers. Bye bye.
that's lovely. If everybody could just like and subscribe to the video, thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Right.